Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another Halloween tutorial, and this one is a Daenerys inspired White Walker look from the Game of Thrones. So if you'd like to see how to create this look, then please keep watching. So Daenerys is definitely one of my favourite characters from the Game of Thrones, along with Jon Snow of course, so I thought a pairing her with a White Walker would be the perfect Halloween combination. So I'm going to start off by using a white eyeliner and line the outline of where the special effects is going to go, and I'm then going to leave that area completely clean and go straight to the area on top. Above is going to be our normal area, so we're going to prime, apply our foundation and everything as we normally would. So here I'm just buffing in a really natural foundation. If you want fuller coverage, then by all means go ahead. This is the glam area, so you do it however you do it best. So I'm then going to use soft ochre paint pot and cover my whole lid and also underneath my eyes. This is going to work as a base for our eyeshadow. Now for our eyes we're doing really winged eyeliner, so we're going to use the tape method. The tape method is super simple. All you do is stick a piece of tape from your lower lashes diagonally towards your brow, and that's going to give you the perfect wing shape. Once you've done that, make sure you get them even on both sides and then just through a light peach colour with a really big fluffy brush. I'm then going to use a mixture of a white and blank type from MAC and just mix them together on my lids. This is going to give our lids a really clean base for our eyeliner to sit on. And then after that is smoothly applied, we're going to go straight onto our eyeliner. I'm using a gel, but you can use liquids or pencils or even pens. Whatever liner you find the easiest to work with, go with that. And we're going to start by applying a straight line overlapping the tape, so this is going to give you that super straight edge. We're then going to go diagonally from the tip of the eyeliner straight down towards the lashes, and we're going to leave this inner area completely clean because we're going to actually fill that with grey to go with the grey special effects on our jaw. So then once you peel off the tape, you will have a perfectly smooth line without any fault. So I'm now going to fill in that gap with a YSL eyeliner. This is just a grey, and I think it was a season limited edition, but any grey eyeliner will work. You want to make sure that your eyeliner is completely dry before going through the crease, because the last thing we want to do is smudge it. So I'm using a tapered brush, which is still quite fluffy to blend, and I'm just going to blend through Bobbi Brown's eyeshadow in Steel. This is a really dark grey, and I'm just doing a straight line backwards and forwards through my crease, and we're only blending upwards. We're doing this so it gives us a cut crease effect, which just basically means it looks like a sharp line rather than a faded smoky eye. You can see it's like a sharp line. And then I'm going back in with those light colours, that white and blank type from MAC, and just sharpening that off even further. So using an angled brush, and that way it's going to cut that crease even more, and we can also work it around the liner without putting white all over the eyeliner. I'm now using a white pencil in my waterline just to make our eyes look even bigger, and then I'm going to start working on the lower lashes. I'm using a flat brush for this, and I'm going in with the black eyeshadow, and I'm only applying this to the outer third of the eye. This is going to give us a really nice cat eye, and then going with a lighter grey on a fluffy brush again and just blend through it to smoke it out. Here I'm applying some lashes. These are the Demi Wispies by Ardell using the black duo glue. These are my favourite lashes, I absolutely love them, but if you don't want to wear lashes, you don't need to with this look at all. Now our eyes are complete, we're going to go straight in to concealing and perfecting our skin. I'm using MAC Studio Finish Concealing NW20 on a flat Tom Ford brush, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. I'm using small strokes for this to help to really build up that coverage because we want our skin to be flawless. I'm now just patting in my Estee Lauder Double Wear highlighter, BB highlighter thing. It's what I use on every single time I do my makeup, and I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender. Afterwards we're going to set all this, and we're actually going to do the baking method. The baking method is simply applying a lot of powder over concealed and highlighted areas. This is going to give you that really bright under eye highlighted look, especially for photographs. So I'm just applying this under my eye using my beauty blender. The beauty blender is damp, so it won't absorb any product or make your makeup cakey. So So I'm literally layering on a hell of a lot of powder. On the more tanned areas of my skin, I'm going to use the MAC CC powder in the yellow shade and just set the rest. Although it's a yellow powder, it doesn't actually go on yellow. It keeps that really nice warmth to your skin and keeps that contrast between the highlighted areas to the more bronzed areas. So now for our eyebrows, I'm going to go for quite a structured brow for this look, but if you prefer really soft fluffy brows, then by all means go ahead with that. I'm going to use one of the brow gels from MAC. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I know it's in deep dark brunette, and I'm then going to fill the front of my brows in with the taupe, the lightest colour in the taupe shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow palette. This is a brow palette that's got plenty of different colours in, so go with whatever one you want, but I want my brows to be a little bit light at the front, so I'm going about 2 shades lighter than my actual brow hairs and just filling them in that way to give me a nice ombre brow. By this point, our powder should have well and truly set our concealer, so it will not be going anywhere and will last us all night. I'm going to dust all of that off just using a fluffy blusher brush and make sure that all of the makeup is set. We can now go on to bronzing our skin, so don't worry if you overlap where your special effects is going to be, because that is completely fine. The Sculpt gel will stick onto that. So I'm just using a normal bronzer and I'm applying it on my cheekbones and across my forehead. Obviously we're not going to bronze our jaw or anything because you're not going to see that. And I'm then using Harmony by MAC, which is a really good sculpting shade, on a flat NARS brush, and I'm going to chisel out those cheekbones even further because these are going to stick out really well when we've got the special effects applied. I'm now just using a peachy blush straight onto my cheeks. I didn't want to go for a really bright colour because I want the cheeks to just look natural and like a normal flush of colour, not like a really dolled up colour. Daenerys doesn't really wear much makeup anyway. Obviously we've gone a lot heavier on our eyes just to make it a bit more glam, but the cheeks can be really understated. So I'm now going to apply a little bit of highlighter on my nose, and then we're going to finish off the eyes by applying some mascara, and that will be our skin done. So that is the glam half of our face. Now is time for the creative part. So I'm going to use Skin Sculpt, which is basically Sculpt Gel by PS Composites. Now this comes in part A and part B, and you want to mix equal parts. You never ever want part A to end up in part B's tub, because then it's going to completely ruin your product. You want to make sure you keep them separate at all times unless you're mixing them to use. So I'm going to apply this straight over the whole of the lower part of my face. Wherever we mapped out, we're going to apply a very generous amount, and I'm just going to keep smoothing over it until it's completely covered. Now once our skin is completely covered, we want to leave it a couple of minutes so it starts to go off, so it's not really liquidy still, just so it's kind of a little bit tougher to move, but it's not completely set yet. Once it's like that, we can then use a sharp end of a spatula. I'm just using a wooden one, I've just split it in half. They work really well. And I'm just drawing straight lines from my lip downwards and outwards. You want to do downwards motions around your mouth, and then as you start to get to the cheeks, slowly start to drag them outwards. And then we're also going to apply the same amount onto our neck and do the exact same thing. So if it's in line with your mouth, draw the lines going straight down, and the further out you get, the more of a curve your lines want to get. So they're basically following the contours of your face. That is what we're going for. Don't worry if this stuff goes in your hair, because as long as it doesn't dry in your hair, you'll be able to get it out straight away with some baby wipes, so that's fine. You want to leave it to dry for a good 10 minutes or so, because if you put your brushes on top of this while it's wet, it will ruin your brushes. So once you feel like it's dried pretty well, you can then go in with a powder puff and just set it with some normal powder. For colouring, we're going to start with a fine brush and a black or grey cream based eyeshadow. So I'm using the Rubber Mask Grease Paints from Krylon. These work amazingly well, but if you don't have those and you don't want to spend any extra money, cream eyeshadows will work fine as well. And we're literally filling in every single line that you've created. Yes, this is very time consuming, but it's what is going to give the look depth. Once you've done that, I'm going in with a light blue turquoisey colour, and I'm going to start to highlight. So I'm using it on a blusher brush because this is going to give the most natural effect, and we're going to highlight the high points of our face. So that's going to be our jawline, our chin, our top lip, and also I'm going to do straight down the centre of our neck. Usually we would shade our jaw, but for this we want everything to come out. We want it to look raw and protruding and a little bit zombie-ish, so we want things that we would normally hide to stand out. So straight across your jaw, down the centre of your neck, and also the sides of your neck. That's really nice to go down there as well. Once we've done that, we're going to go in with a slightly darker colour, and we're going to go around the perimeters of the light blue. So just around the edges of our mouth this time, and just above our jaw, and then again down our neck, just at the sides. So we're going kind of just down the sides of the light colour. This is going to give a really soft fade into the shade colour, which we're going to get to shortly. So I'm using Steel, which is the Bobbi Brown Grey eyeshadow, the same one we used through our eyes, and I'm going to use this as our darkest shading point. So we're going to apply this right in our cheekbones, right underneath our jaw, so not on our actual jaw but underneath, and then also just under our lip. And I'm then going in with a mixture of dark red, blue and light red, and I'm going to go in just over certain lines, so just the lines that tend to stand out to me. We're going to bruise them up and give them a bit of a bloody effect, and I'm also going to line my lips. We're now going to use that exact same combination of colours, so you've got blue, dark red and a light red. Mix them together on your hands, and we're going to create veins and bruises. So you want to do this on the bonier areas of your face, so you're going to go at your cheekbone, kind of in line with your ear, around your nose and around your top lip. There are where the bones are most sticking out, so if you happen to hit your face or anything, that is the areas that will bruise first, and obviously around your eyes and the top of your hairline. And all you want to do is do a few squiggly lines and then just blend them out with your finger, and this will give a really nice natural effect if you want a natural bruise effect. So it's going to look like your skin is bruised, but underneath that bruise there's veins. So as you can see, I'm doing some squiggly lines around my hairline and then putting quite a bit of pressure on and pulling them out and mixing those colours together. You can do as much as this or as little as you want. Obviously the more bruising you do, the more beat up you're going to look. And that completes this look. I decided to add a little bit of blood just around my nose, along my lips and also coming from my eyes, but you can leave it at that if you want, whatever you like. So I hope you really enjoyed this look. I had so much fun creating it. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am a newbie to YouTube, so I'd really appreciate your support. And if there's any looks you would like me to create, please comment in the comment section of any requests or any looks you would like to see. And until next time guys, I'll see you soon.